Tonight we're talking about a possible X-Men reboot. This is Anthony Williamson, and this is the Weekly Loot.
Chicago Bulls!
Miami Heat.
Bulls!
You can't tell, but we're all naked.
I'm gonna steal your girl. They didn't think it was coming.
Alright guys, we're back for another episode of the Weekly Loot. We're going to talk about the possible future Marvel Comics lineup for 2020. And, what are you reading over?
Back.
Back. Don't read my work. And X-Men, there's a big rumor right now that they're doing a reboot of all the movies.
Mm-hmm. See, I haven't actually heard of this, but I'm really happy. But is Fox doing it?
Nah,
No.
Don't think so. I think
Yeah!
Wait. I think they are doing it, actually. I'm sorry, I got your hopes up.
Yeah, they've not agreed to any kind of licensing agreement or anything yet.
I just want to say you just peed in my Cheerios.
I'm sorry.
Bryan Singer sucks.
Well, that's something else we're going to talk about because he's actually he's left. He's not doing it no more.
Yep.
Yeah!
Get rid of him.
They might consult him a little bit, but overall, he's not doing anything with the movies anymore.
I mean, he might as well just sucked off Hugh Jackman.
I think he did. But, as always, we got Matt, and then we got Monty. Woo! Alright, we'll start with you tonight, Monty. How do you feel about a complete reboot of the X-Men?
I've been screaming this since X-Men 3. I mean, how do you think I feel? I feel like it, like how every Republican in the country felt a few nights ago.
Whoa now. Touching on a whole different subject. We're going to have protesters out here.
I didn't say anything. I was just saying how the Republicans felt. That's how I feel about an X-Men reboot.
So you don't think Bryan Singer should have anything to do with
I
this?
don't. I feel like he needs to go somewhere far, far away in a galaxy nowhere near Star Wars.
I agree. I agree with everything bad about Bryan Singer.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The first X-Men movie was like right above okay, and then it just went downhill. The only reason why the first one was good is because people they wanted an X-Men movie, and that was what we got, and we learned how to enjoy it. Yeah, but it didn't mean it was good.
How are you feeling about this, Matt?
I don't know. I am kind of happy that they're gonna make an X-Men reboot, but I wonder what's gonna happen to the actors now, like the new ones they've got.
I don't know.
Like, I hate to see them go because I kind of like some of them. I like
I think-
Michael Fassbender as Magneto and stuff. And
Oh yeah. Well, maybe they can get like some of the older ones that have done it, like him and.
No, if they're doing a complete reboot, you
yeah,
have to,
it'd be hard to.
I mean, Professor Xavier was made for Patrick Stewart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sad thing is, though. I mean, that was like that's great Professor Xavier, but good God, those movies sucked. But I mean, when it comes to a reboot, and pretty much this is my stance on most superhero movies, is I like when you get some no-name actor that's trying to make a name for himself because they really throw themselves into the role. Because if actors are doing, you do well in the comic book world, you get a fan base. That's who they associate you with. That's who you are. I mean, that's a good way to start. That's the reason why I like it. They seem to bring a lot of passion into it. I will say this one, and I'm probably going to catch a lot of hate for this.
Oh no.
But I'm actually, now this goes against everything I just said too. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Ben Affleck as Batman.
I know. I'm not gonna give you no hate for that. I would too.
Yeah, because like Frank Miller offered him a piece of advice. He said, "Don't bring toys into it." And Frank Miller actually has a point. Ben Affleck's portraying his version of Batman, so it would behoove him to actually listen to Frank Miller, but keep the toys out of it, which is something that makes sense because when they pump out these toys, kids see them and it sets a tone for the movies. The adults see it and they don't think these movies are very adult oriented. Let's think of Deadpool. How many toys? I've never seen the Deadpool toys for Ryan Reynolds.
I don't think I have either.
It set the tone for it. Do not take your kids to see that movie.
Right.
And look how well it did. And you even have some of the X-Men movies. I don't even know about Old Man Wolverine or anything like that, but Frank Miller has a point. Don't pump this out like it's for kids. Most of the fan base that wants to see a Frank Miller Batman is not an 8-year-old to 12-year-old kid. It's your older adults that actually read the graphic novels and stuff of The Dark Knight. That's what they want. They don't want this you know, like, don't scare your fans. That's what's going to hurt you. Is you're going to scare this older crowd into thinking it's just, oh, well, this ain't, you know, this is meant for kids. I guess that was the overall point, and I've repeated that a couple of times now. But, you know, I mean, what do you guys think about that?
How are you feeling about this?
I don't know, man. It's hard for me to say, yeah, you should make them rated R, because it does cut your fan base down. You know, there are some kids that aren't old enough to watch it that do like superheroes.
Well, I'm not talking about, like, making it rated R. I'm talking about pumping out toys. Because that was Frank Miller's advice. Because I'm not even sure on the Batman rating. That I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, I mean, toys do make some money, though.
I mean, it is
merchandising is a big part of it.
It is, but man, like, Frank Miller has a point. Don't like? I have to agree with him. I think it hurts superhero movies.
I think it does in some.
I like toys growing up, you know? It's hard for me to say not to, because I liked them.
Well, here's kind of... I mean, don't get me wrong, I do too, and kids need to have their superhero toys. But to be honest, I don't... Like, how many times have you guys bought, like, you know, the movie toy, and it's always crappy? But when you're a kid, it was kind of cool. But wouldn't you rather have, like, the comic book-looking toy of that superhero instead of the movie version?
Yeah.
I would.
Like, even the Ninja Turtles was big with me. I always hated the movie versions of Ninja Turtle toys.
You know, honestly, I think that was the last toys I ever really bought. Was the old Ninja Turtles 3 toys.
Like,
I like the ones you could fold up in their shell.
Like, okay, here's a good example. This is mostly for Anthony because I know Matt liked Man of Steel, the Superman movie. And they pumped out a bunch of kids' toys for it. You still see them out there, even the Batman vs. Superman.
Big tall ones.
Like, that's a good movie, but... I mean, we all had the assumption we all pretty much hated Superman to begin with, but I mean, Man of Steel brought me back into the Superman, you know, limelight.
That was
But
awesome.
I feel like if they wanted a bigger Superman fan base with how old he is and the level of, like, the depth they added to the character in that movie, I don't feel like kids would truly get what Superman was in that comic, his emotions and stuff. Because kids just want to see the cool, the powers, you know, Superman beat up somebody. And I mean, the Man of Steel really brought some, you know, conflict, like inner conflict to Superman, and kids ain't gonna get that.
No.
But, you know, pull less toys away of it. Let get some cool toys out there. Don't give us the movie toys. Even as a collector, I mean, come on.
I get what you're saying. You want to make X-Men more grown up, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, it's a good idea. I mean, they do need a little bit of adult stuff in there.
Yeah. It's like what was funny is like Deadpool, where it didn't make the toys, and it even came out and said, "Don't take your kids to this movie."
Yeah.
People that didn't pay attention to any of this went to the movies, took their kids, and was like, "I'm offended." Well, no, duh.
I think the big problem with X-Men is they just, especially Apocalypse, he just missed both fan bases. You know, you got your regular fan that just kind of goes, he just wants to see a cool action movie. Then you got your comic fan that wants to go and watch a comic movie. And it's like, the Apocalypse, if you were just a regular fan, you didn't really ever get a sense of who Apocalypse was, what his powers were. And at the end, okay, apparently this little girl is like more stronger than him because she just killed him. Yeah. And then comic people are just like, no, that's wrong.
It's completely
So
wrong.
it just missed on everything. And I think what hurts X-Men is just a lack of staying true to what X-Men is, in a sense.
I mean, I feel like none of the X-Men movies were ever about the team. I feel like the first movie was close, but it was very centered around Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Extremely centered on Wolverine after that. I mean, it got bad. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they have some merit. They are good for what they are, but to call them an X-Men movie is really far-fetched.
You know my favorite thing about X-Men, the very first one they made?
What?
It wasn't an origin story. It just came right out. X-Men was already there.
That was true, but I would say the one thing it really set me off against the movie the first time I ever watched it is I didn't like Rogue, and I'm a very big Rogue fan. She's one of my top female heroines. And they gave me an actress I didn't care for. They made her an age I didn't care for.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like...
They just don't match up.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Wolverine's older than everybody, but Rogue wasn't supposed to be a kid. They didn't give us Gambit. And by the time they gave us Gambit, nobody cared. You know, it was just crap, man.
Just a quick note, there is supposed to be a Gambit movie with
Channing
Channing
Tatum.
Tatum, but it just keeps getting delayed. And
Oh, man.
director problems.
Is he doing Magic Mike instead?
I don't know. I think it's more director problems and
To
stuff
be,
like that.
to be honest, with Gambit, like Channing Tatum would be kind of cool, but at the same time, I want a no-named actor. I want somebody that's really, really going to dive into that role and not suck up all the money and let them use the money for story, you know, screen, put writers on set and stuff like that. But come on.
As far as I know, the reboot, it's going to happen sometime after probably Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, you're talking.
It's not confirmed yet. I mean, it's not confirmed that it'll reboot.
Oh, did you guys know? Just since we're putting it out there, they've already confirmed Deadpool 3. It's going to be X-Force. Yeah.
I've seen that too. So I'm guessing Deadpool's probably the only one that's not going to get rebooted in the franchises.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Deadpool really isn't connected to the franchises, really. I mean,
not really, no.
Deadpool's a spoof on superhero movies, and even in the comics, he's kind of a spoof on comics. Like, it's weird how he ties into the comics. I've been reading some of mine, and it's really weird. Like, he's dating Rogue now.
Really?
Yeah. It's like he was seeing Rogue behind his demon wife's back, and it's weird. It's weird, but it's weird how he ties in. And I feel like, though, Deadpool's always... That's just why his comics are so easy to read, because you ain't got to really know what's going on, because he's a spoof on it. So, like, I don't feel like he's ever going to tie in. What would be funny is if they put Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in one of the Deadpool movies.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wouldn't exactly hate that.
I wonder if they'll ever do, like, a crossover with, like, the new X-Men and Deadpool.
I'm sure they will.
Man, I feel like they're going to be real careful with Deadpool, because if they screw that up, they really fucked the pooch.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, it's true. Man, Deadpool is like... how much money did it rake in?
Oh, God, it was hundreds of millions.
It set a record, and it's set a record for R-rated superhero movie, or R-rated movie in general.
I believe it did, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's the highest grossing R-rated movie ever. Something like that. Yeah.
We'll say it is.
That's what I get.
If you ask us, it is. Actually, you mentioned this to me, Matt. We have talked about Bryan Singer a lot over our podcast, and I'm just going to play a few sound bits so people can know how much we just hate on Bryan Singer.
I hate to see it go back to the X-Men 3 thing.
It's going to.
Yeah.
I hate Bryan Singer right now.
Just not a big fan. Not a big fan.
If you watched the cartoons when you were a kid, if you read the comics in the 90s, it's a spit in the face. It really is. They put him in a pair of like cut off shorts though. That killed that scene for me. Some parts I agree with you, some parts I disagree with you. I feel like Bryan Singer wrote this entire movie sitting on his toilet taking a crap though.
If Bryan Singer was directing this last episode of The Walking Dead, bless you, Lucille would be an actual woman with barbed wire tattoos on her arms.
Dude, if Bryan Singer was directing The Walking Dead, you know exactly who he would kill?
Rick.
No, Dwight. Because it would make no stinking sense.
I think if Bryan Singer's directing it, I think right when he's getting ready to smash him at the bat, the Phoenix would come out. The Phoenix would just come out like Carl. No, just come out Carl and be like, I'm the Phoenix! And just blow him up.
Either that or Rick would grow bone claws out of his hands and stab Negan right in the gut out of nowhere.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
If Bryan Singer was directing this episode of The Walking Dead, Negan would take the baseball bat and just start beating himself over the face. And that's the kill.
Well, Negan wouldn't even be Negan. It would be Ivan Ooze.
And that was the sound bites of us talking some crap. Mostly me. Mostly me talking bad about Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer is horrible.
He is.
You got him fired.
You know, I will say I did watch some of the extras on some of the X-Men movies, like the Wolverine and stuff like that. I mean, we do talk a lot of crap about Bryan Singer, but I will say this. Wolverine? He tries.
Did he?
He sucks, but he tries.
Maybe back around you.
I don't know. I don't remember which extra it was. I just said the Wolverine just in case. Is it over there?
They're in alphabetical order. Come on now, you know this is great.
It's the Wolverine. It should be in the T's.
A film by James Mangold.
No, he didn't direct it, but he helped with it in some way.
Oh, like counseling or something like that. Helping out with it. Cool.
It may have been the Wolverine, one of the X-Men movies I watched. I don't
Sure,
remember.
Days of Future Past.
I forget.
He did Days of Future Past.
It was some X-Men movie. I was watching the extras, and then they started talking about the Wolverine, and then I remember Bryan Singer was in there somewhere talking about one of his favorite sets. But I will say, man, at least he tries. But I mean, he sucks, but he tries.
I hate to be a dead horse here, but our biggest complaint about him is that when X3 came out, the biggest complaint among people was that they turned the Phoenix into a power instead of an entity.
Right.
And knowing that and seeing that, he still did the same exact thing in Apocalypse.
Right.
It's like, man, I mean, there was such an outcry on X3. How could you ignore that?
How
could you not be like, people don't like this? I'm going to do it again.
Maybe it's just where he's like, it's already established.
That's a possibility.
Because I mean, that is connected to that previous movie. As much as we hate to say that,
I mean, I can understand I could understand if they said like, well, it's too complicated to say, but it's really not complicated, you know. And let's face it, you know, they don't come out and say it's a power, but if that was really the Phoenix coming out, the Phoenix don't care about Apocalypse. The Phoenix don't care about Earth. You know, it would just been like, I gotta go. It would just left.
Oh, I think they're actually gonna do it in phases too, like phase 1, phase 2, like Marvel's doing.
Man, the only thing I wish they would do is just give it back to Marvel so we have our mutants in the MCU, man.
Yeah, I mean that's what Sony did. Sony just pretty much. I don't think they sold to them. I think they licensed it to them, like a licensed Spider-Man stuff, so they could actually use the Spider-Man, but they had to give them like royalties on it. I don't see why Fox could do something like that.
Yeah, give it up.
They just want all that money, man. But I mean, what's weird is like, did you guys watch Age of Ultron and all that other stuff with Wanda and Quicksilver? They never dropped the mutant bomb. They never say that.
I was actually reading something. Is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver actual mutants, or are they?
Yeah, because Scarlet Witch, after House of M, when all the mutants died, she's the mother of mutants.
Okay.
Because she's the one that made it possible for mutants to come back.
Okay. Because I was real thrown off. I seen something. I don't know what it was on, or if I was watching a video or something. They was trying to say there was something else. They weren't mutants.
I mean, I think in
because they were Magneto's kids.
I think in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're not mutants because they couldn't actually like they could actually.
Okay,
say
maybe
they're
that's what I was
mutants.
hearing was just their
Like
version.
they made them. Like I think they made them in that one.
They don't.
They try to say that.
If I remember right, they don't specify how they got their powers. They just stay
They try to
away
say
from all
Hydra. Yeah,
mutants.
they try to make it look like Hydra kind of.
They can make
Make
it
them
look
look
like however they want to look like, but we all know they're mutants.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah. Anyways, I think we should move on.
Another thing that was stuck in Age of Apocalypse is they do that little Quicksilver Magneto father son thing.
Oh yeah.
That was just a little
That
weird.
is
Like it was just kind of like not needed. I feel like.
Yeah, I will say this though: we're kind of getting off topic. We have beat this horse to death.
You mentioned Man of Steel, and it made me think of something. I went to the flea market. I was gonna buy a bootleg DVD of the Wolverine.
Yeah.
I got it, went home, started watching it. It was in space, and I was like, "What the heck's going on?" I was like, "Why is Wolverine in space?" And then I realized it was Man of Steel, and I just turned it off.
Oh man, dude, you have got to give it a chance, man. I'm telling you, you will like it if you just watch it.
It is really good.
I'm sorry.
Look, I hate Superman, and I like that movie.
It's a really good movie.
I want to throw in a plug for
I'm gonna go
Matt's,
home and watch it.
for Matt's new show.
Oh, I actually got mine.
You got yours ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll
Well,
plug
you
you
know,
later.
you-
I'm plugging you later. You're main event right now.
You get plugged later.
You're the main event plug.
I'm just plugging you later, man.
Oh.
It's called the Weekly Top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's in full control of it.
Yep.
And
Doing better
This-
than this show.
huh? What? Nothing. What? No way.
My show's gonna kill both of y'all.
That's a possibility. I've heard.
But yeah, it's on every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Check it out. This week we're doing top 5 superheroes of all time, so be kind of neat.
I'm excited.
Yep, be pretty good. Hopefully we'll all be there.
Yeah, but this show will probably do
If
better.
Dusty doesn't drink the punch.
Okay.
I'm drinking punch.
Don't drink the punch, Dusty.
That's that Bill Cosby punch.
Don't go to
do
those.
it.
Yeah. If you go, apparently, if you go to Hillary Clinton rally right now, they will be handing out punch that will kill you because they're so afraid of living.
And with that, we'll
Look
jump
at this
in.
cool comic book Dusty gave me.
Oh, I've seen that. That
My
looks
birthday.
really cool. It's for those that can't see, it's called Marvel Superheroes Fall Special. This is X-Men.
You looked up, they've got a bunch of specials like that.
Oh, it's got Marvel Boy, Cloak and Dagger, The Shroud. 1991. That's a long time ago. Oh, looks cool. It's got the Sentinelite, Havoc, Storm, Wolverine, Falcon Sentinel. There's Colossus. I didn't even see him. He's down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I thought that would be an interesting comic to give Matt for his birthday.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't get you anything for your birthday. I suck.
Yep.
Yep.
Your gift of friendship.
Yeah. That's
But
what-
I gave you my gift
$1,000.
of friendship and a comic.
And a
That makes
comic.
me better. That makes me better.
Dusty has about my left.
I'll give you a timesheet.
Oh man,
From
I'm gonna
work.
get paid. What if I just turn it in? They start sending me a check
Oh, yeah?
every week.
They
Well,
probably would. I don't
Well,
think they read
you know
that.
what, Matt? I'm going to give you the first appearance of Gambit.
Oh man,
I'm gonna give you the very first edition of the
Look at my
Uncanny
crotch.
X-Men.
Look what I'm wearing.
Superman.
So,
I got Deadpool on.
I've been taking drugs.
You're the odd man out tonight.
I'm on drugs, just so you know.
He is on drugs.
It was totally, I was hurting, so I took some drugs. So it's not like I'm just over getting high.
No, he's high as hell.
Yeah, I probably only had to take one instead of 5, but whatever.
when you start admitting to things you shouldn't admit to.
You guys want one? I'll get you one. I got a whole bag full.
No, I gotta drive me.
Some lady gave it to me.
He has to drive me home. How do you think I feel?
All right. There's been some rumors about the Marvel 2020 lineup, the year 2020. There's some dates: May 1st, July 10th, and November the 6th. Marvel movies are going to come out, but nobody knows what they're going to be right now.
Kevin Feige kind of like hinted towards it, and he's like, we already know what's coming, but we can't tell y'all because it's like a spoiler. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means by spoiler. I don't know if there's something coming out in the movies that is going to lead into another movie that we're not supposed to know yet.
Well, I mean, we're going to get a succession of Spider-Man movies from MCU. But I mean, I forget how many the actors signed on for. I read it earlier, but we're going to get more than one. Did you guys hear Kevin? I want to say Kevin Costner. What's his face? He played Batman. Michael Keaton is going to be the Vulture in Batman Homecoming. Not Batman Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Homecoming is going to be Vulture.
But I would watch Batman Homecoming if Michael Keaton was in it.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
I've heard a rumor that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 might have Adam Warlock in it.
Ah.
So that might be cool. I don't know, man. There's just a lot of rumors going around. And
Maybe.
Captain Marvel, that's going to be weird.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be honest. I really wanted Ronda Rousey to be our Captain Marvel.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I
I
think
love Ronda
I
Rousey.
think we're all pretty much in agreement that Doctor Strange 2 is probably going to be in 2020. I mean, I don't see them not making another one.
Oh God! I mean, even at the end, which you weren't there for, they said Doctor Strange will be back, like they did Guardians of the Galaxy.
They always do that though. But I mean, I mean, especially now that it's made so much money, I just don't see them not doing it with him.
I made a list of all the movies coming out from Marvel. 2017 is going to be Guardians 2,
Excited for
Spider-Man Homecoming,
it.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
2018 is going to bring Black Panther,
Yes.
Avengers Infinity War
Yes.
Part 1.
Oh, but hold on. On that note, with Black Panther, that's where they think the final Infinity Stone is going to show up, the Soul Gem.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to think that's how Black Panther talks to his dead relatives.
Oh, okay.
So that might be interesting to be the first appearance of the Soul Stone in the MCU.
Wait, was that his ring that he has on his finger? Or is that just
No.
something completely
That it's a rumor that I was reading, but it makes so far it makes the most sense because they were showing when all the Infinity Stones showed up and they were laying every movie out that they're in.
Yeah.
The Soul Gem is the only one that hasn't shown.
Oh, wow.
The Time
Is it really?
Stone is the newest one that's been shown
Yeah.
one time in Doctor Strange.
Right.
So the Soul Stone should appear. They're assuming it should appear on Black Panther movie.
Okay.
So
Which-
that's a rumor though.
That makes sense, though, because it's right before the Infinity War Part 1.
Yeah.
Which is I still can't get over that, man. It's weird they named it Infinity War because the Infinity War series,
It's something
like,
different.
it's not like they're leading up to the Infinity Gauntlet. It's not the Infinity Wars.
I don't know.
So,
Maybe they're
I don't know what they're doing. It'd be weird.
But it's not going to be the actual story for the
I don't know, but that's just weird to me. You know, like why
Actually,
would you just
you
call it
know-
Infinity Gauntlet?
I kind of have a theory about this. The reason why they're calling it the Infinity War.
Hold on, let me get comfortable.
All right,
Go ahead.
The Infinity Stones, from my understanding, did play a role in the Infinity War.
Super high.
And we have a whole new list of movies that they can't talk about. One of the reasons why I think they can't talk about them is I think during the Infinity War, at the end of it, the very end of it,
Iron Man does.
there's going to be something crazy happen that's going to reboot the whole MCU and cause it to get to a whole new thing and start over. And the end of the next phase of that, with all the new actors and stuff they'll bring into it, will be the Infinity Gauntlet.
I've heard rumors about the reboot, and let me just say I think that'd be weird because I just think Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth are like nowhere near enough done. You know, I just feel like they still got a lot of good movies. And now Tony Stark, play Robert Downey Jr. I could see that maybe because I don't think he's under contract anymore after these, and he is kind of up there in age. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, I think he kind
I
of
don't
gave up. If you didn't notice in Captain America, he was kind of out of shape.
I don't know if they'll try to get him again, or if they'll just like maybe say, "Oh, Iron Man don't want to do with this anymore." Or maybe they'll kill him off.
Well, think about
But
this, man.
That'd be awesome if Iron Man does.
If I think MCU is also doing that in case
think
there
so?
is a reboot, Thanos does something absolutely crazy,
Either?
you know.
He's so distractible right now. He's so high. No, it's okay.
But anyways, if my theory does prove to be right, and Thanos does something crazy at the end with the Infinity Stones and causes the whole cinematic universe. Now, when they do their reboots, they're still going to keep the first universe part of the story, but when they reboot it, they're probably going to keep it where it's very trivial.
Yeah.
So it just matters to the point of what it was and what caused the universe to change. But what I think will happen is Thanos will do something and put himself into the next one, while sending everything else into the reboot, and cause and say we do lose Robert Downey Jr., but say what happens if Fox gives up the rights to Fantastic Four? Then all of a sudden we have Reed Richards. We have the whole Fantastic Four family. We'll have Spider-Man Homecoming. And we've already, I don't know about you guys, but if anybody read Brand New Day, Spider-Man's already shown like how the reboot type I'm talking about, where Mephisto made the deal with Mary Jane and all this other stuff, which would be kind of weird because they have that actor signed up for it, which would like maybe possibly he would be the older Spider-Man we've been wanting by then. Who knows? But when it comes to like the Captain America and the Thor, I read somewhere the guy playing Captain America is getting tired of the role, but you know those are rumors. I really don't know how they'll do that because it's interesting, but I think that's how they're going to get rid of certain actors and whatnot.
Maybe you might be right. I mean, it'd be hard for me to see them get rid of Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth. I think those are just they did a really good job, and they're still young. I mean, they're not older by any means, and
I will say this, man.
I think they got 2 or 3 good movies still left in them.
Yeah,
I mean,
there is one major mistake that I've actually had with the MCU, and it's nothing with the story or anything like that, but it has to do with the Hulk. I absolutely.
You think there'll be a Hulk movie?
No, the Hulk will never get a movie.
Oh,
They've already came out and said it, and this is one of the reasons. The actors they get to play Bruce Banner. First of all, they screwed up with Edward Norton. They get him in, and all of a sudden, they don't want him to work on Avengers because they're going to have to pay him too much money, and he wants more screen time. He's hard to work with. Then they get the guy they did who's good and whatnot, but he don't know if he wants to keep playing Bruce Banner. And the Hulk is one of those characters that's just bouncing right now, and they don't know if they can keep the actor. So why? And they already had one Hulk movie with Edward Norton that is in the MCU, whether people know it or not. They've even shown the flashes of it in the Avengers.
Well, the general's in. He makes a comeback in Civil War.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I mean, they've already established that. And I mean, that right there kind of put a glitch into it. So we're not getting a Hulk movie again for a while.
That's sad. Maybe they can bring Eric Bana back on it.
Yeah, nobody cares about Eric Bana.
Oh, I used to love Eric Bana. Troy! Troy!
I'm just pointing out that bottle is making this thing go crazy.
Is it?
Stop that.
I can't help it, man. It's a water bottle. It does it on its own.
Yeah, but somebody with headphones in is probably going to spike them, man.
Sorry for headphone people.
I'm not.
You listen to our podcast, kid?
Cheap plastic, baby. Right, your congressman.
Inhumans. We don't necessarily know.
I've
if
not
it's
heard about
2019.
Inhumans.
Well, it might be 2019. It might be 2020. We're not exactly
Not
sure.
sure.
on that
We'll
one.
Is
throw
it
up there.
confirmed?
Yeah, Inhumans is, I think,
Is it?
confirmed. Dude, we're getting an Inhumans movie. It's coming.
What if Fantastic Four was in 2020 as a Marvel movie?
I would be happy with anything Fox don't touch.
Like, what if they just got the rights to
Well,
skip
that's
the
no,
sequel?
they did good on Deadpool. You can't say Fox didn't.
No,
do
Ryan
Deadpool.
Reynolds did good on Deadpool. That movie succeeded because of Ryan
And
Reynolds.
Old Man Logan looks good.
Now that does look good.
So,
But I will say this. Those two genres, don't get me wrong, I don't exactly hate Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I hate everything around Hugh Jackman. When it came to the Deadpool movie, Ryan Reynolds pushed so hard for that movie after seeing the fan base go berserk over X-Men Origins wanting the Deadpool, wanting the real Deadpool, not that crap they gave. That was another huge mistake when it came to Hugh Jackman with Wolverine. It wasn't Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, it was everything around him. But it wasn't Fox. Fox even, on this new Deadpool 2, Fox did not want to pay the writers to be on set when filming. Ryan Reynolds has paid out of his own pockets to keep them there. Ryan Reynolds has kept Deadpool 2 from turning into just some mainstream media crap show. That's one of the reasons why the director left. Creative differences is because the director wanted to take all that money and turn Deadpool 2 into something the first one just wasn't. And Ryan Reynolds wants to keep Deadpool what made it good.
let me just say the writers of Deadpool, if nobody doesn't know, they also were the ones that made Zombieland.
I did not know
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep, they're doing Zombieland 2 now.
that. I did not
Zombieland
know.
2.
That is not at all how that goes. Okay,
That was not how you do.
cool beans.
I'm just saying Ryan Reynolds, not Fox, is responsible for the success. Success
But
of
I
that
mean, you
idea.
know, Fox is not a bad film. I mean, they make plenty of great films.
Name one.
Well, I mean, let me look over here fast.
Yeah, you had to look. You know, you can't look. Name one. If it's that great, you don't have to look.
You calm down, sir. I can't remember what it means.
Did they make that? No, this is not too.
Actually,
Fox
well,
put their name on nothing apparently.
like I said, name something great. Fox has always just been mediocre. The best thing they've ever done was The Simpsons, and then they even had Family Guy for a while, and they
Does
canceled
Fox
it.
not put it
And
on?
then they got it back.
Did they?
Was that
Oh yeah,
the
the Passion of the Christ.
Oh wow! I think the Bible gets dibs on that one. Like, dude, you could patent. I'm not even gonna get on that on this show.
But you know, I mean, still, dude, Fox, you know, they're not a bad thing. I mean,
They're mediocre.
if they found the right people and you know, if they found the right director and the right writers, you can't tell me they couldn't make a good Fantastic Four movie.
Well, apparently they haven't yet. I mean, I'm not dealing with what ifs on this one. Like, Fox has never really put out anything good.
What? That's
I
a sad thing. You can't tell me that there's no Fox movies.
I just asked you to name something. Yeah, I just asked you to name a movie.
I mean,
Name
there's
it.
tons of them up there. Chronicles of Narnia?
Oh,
Alien
come
versus
on.
Predator?
Oh, come on. The AVP, they butchered that worse than they did.
Abraham Lincoln
Fantastic
Vampire Hunter?
Four. You're reaching.
No, that's what they are. Just tell you what I got.
That's what you got. Like I said, you can't name one.
Well, you can't name stuff either.
Home Alone.
What?
There you go. That's something Fox put out that's
Fox made
alright.
Deadpool.
Yeah, I like Home Alone.
Yeah, everybody liked Home Alone. Oh,
They
wait,
made
that was
Fight
like
Club.
20 years ago.
They made Fight Club.
Nah, Fight Club's alright.
Independence Day.
What's that noise?
Will Smith made Independence Day.
Percy Jackson.
Oh, come on.
Well, they did. We opened here, man.
Okay.
I want you to back up that statement.
Well, I just know that it wouldn't be around if it didn't make good movies.
Dude, did you not know what they did to Family Guy?
Oh, they did cancel Family Guy.
Yeah, they did cancel Family Guy.
If it wasn't for Cartoon Network, we wouldn't have
Yeah.
Family Guy anymore.
And DVD sales. And then Fox was like, whoa, we screwed up. Dude, there's a reason Seth MacFarlane sticks it to Fox every chance he gets.
Ain't American Dad like on TBS now?
Something like
They
that.
Planet of Apes.
I don't really know.
I like the rebooted Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Man, none of these were a blockbuster.
They were good, though.
Wait,
But I'm just saying you
wait,
can't-
did
but I'm
Fox
just saying-
make Aliens back in the day?
Oh, I don't know. Probably.
But oh wait, that was 20 years ago. Name something in the last 5 to 10 years they made that was
I
good.
can't tell you any studio made in the last 5 years, man.
Oh yeah, I can go off about comic book movies.
That's just it, though. I mean, just because they're bad don't mean they can't make it good. So let's wait till Old Man Logan comes out. We'll see how good they do with it, and go from there. I think actually they're hinging on Old Man Logan. They're waiting to see what it does to see if they want to continue
Hey,
making
they made this
movies.
movie.
Oh wait, did they make Dragon Ball Evolution?
They did.
Oh wow, what a great
You know
movie!
where I bought? You know where I got that movie at? Dusty.
Oh no.
Send it to me.
Yeah, because I
I've
wanted
never
that
watched
travesty out of my home.
I've never seen it. I just heard
Dude,
it
it
was
is freaking awful. It is the most god awful piece of junk you will ever watch. It has nothing to do with Dragon Ball Z at all. They turned it into a Disney high school show
Yep.
with a guy calling himself Goku.
Yep.
Bulma looks horrible. Piccolo, the costume for Piccolo is just god awful.
Is it showing on the thing?
I don't know. Look at it.
lost
It
it.
is
I
just.
lost
It is just. It is horrible.
I can see it. Nah, I don't see Piccolo.
Let me see.
You see Piccolo?
Yeah, it's him right there.
That's
Exactly. That's my point.
I was
He looks like a
"What's
Star Trek bad guy.
Yeah, he does.
They just. It was just. I cannot hate that movie enough. Like, dude, you could not give me that movie. I would be like, I have nothing to watch. I have no movies in my home. Here's Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm good.
But this is the Z edition.
Yep. Looks like Fox made iRobot.
Get
You
out
just
of here.
looked at me.
Did Fox make iRobot? Check it out over there, way over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was iRobot a
Am I
blockbuster?
close?
Yeah, go down.
Will Smith made that movie.
You're
That's a
right.
Will Smith
You're right.
movie. That's not a Fox
Yeah,
movie.
it's Fox.
Yeah. They make Juno
Oh, I'm
too?
sorry. They only needed Will Smith.
They made Juno too.
Is that Mortals? They make Mortals?
You know, I've never watched Immortals.
I tried to and fell asleep.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh,
It's awesome, man.
what about Pacific Rim?
I don't see it.
It's below Heroes of Season 1. To the left. There you go.
No.
To
Warner
the
Brothers.
left.
Ah, Warner
Warner
Brothers. Warner Brothers is alright. Warner Brothers does put out some good stuff.
Yeah. Well, now it's time of the show to plug Monty's new show, which I know anything about. I'm
We
gonna let
have
you
no-
describe
we
it to me.
So, I'm going to stab Matt, especially if he starts cutting me off. Alright, anyways.
Listen. Dusty's show's good. They had the best show of the year.
Well,
You lost a shoe.
I put it over here. Anyways, the name of the show is going to be called Death of the RPG.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
If
going
that's
to...
taken, we're sorry.
Anyways, it's going to start off with Matt and Anthony or anybody we have guests on the show. What they're going to do is they're going to have a debate, which Matthew's been pushing for a while.
Yeah.
Over it's going to be a fanboy battle. So whoever wins, even if they do win, doesn't necessarily prove that their character would win. It's just for funs and shits and giggles. But they will argue over several categories such as like strength, speed, and etc. You know, whatever I work out, I'm more like the ref. I'll be, gauging it. They'll have time to prepare, so the show may not be a regular basis, but who knows, because the second part is actually the core of the show. We'll actually be playing D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And,
Mind blown. Was it Sundays at 8? Is that when this comes on?
Mm-hmm.
Sundays at 8?
Are we starting it this week?
Did you
Or
time
next
slot?
week?
we'll be starting it soon. Like I said, we haven't actually have a set schedule for it yet, but it's coming. And we'll see. Matt and Anthony will be two of the main characters for it. We will be trying to invite maybe a couple more people so they can come along and enjoy it as well. Give a little more festivity than just hearing us over and over. And maybe make the story a little more in-depth and fun.
Sounds awesome, man. I can't wait for that show.
The D&D world that I've created is going to be very...
I feel like they're going to make fun of me with the D&D, though, because I'm like a really weird D&D player. I can't explain it.
But the world's going to be very steampunkish. We will be playing...
Take you one in.
We're going to be playing 5th edition, which is my favorite edition because it's very easy and simple to get through. It's also less intimidating for new players, which I think D&D gets a hard rep because of the difficulty, and you'll have some of these super nerds out here. Do you want to play D&D? Well, you're going to have to learn. No, 5th and 4th edition completely removed that.
I love
It's
D&D.
literally-
Can I ask something? Who else going to be playing D&D?
So far, it's just you two.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Amber loves D&D. I was going to tell you, she loves freaking D&D.
Well, we'll see who we all can get.
Like
for
that
this.
last time we played Trail, she was like, when are we going back?
I'm going to stab you so
Well, I'm just
hard.
telling you the truth, man.
I know. But,
Can't even tell the story on this place, man.
anyways,
That's the longest plug in my lifetime.
we're going to, I'm thinking maybe add 2 to 3 more players at most, not make it gigantic. That way everyone that listens can keep up with the characters, maybe start to like your character, and if your character dies, oh well. But
Can I say something right
Yeah.
fast? I read an article today Robert Kirkman talked about, and they asked him why he kills off like all these good characters.
because he uses D&D
He
through
said
Walking
no.
Dead. Yeah.
He said that whenever he knows he starts to actually like a character,
Uh-huh.
he's afraid that if he starts liking a character, he'll start writing more for that character than he will the rest of them.
Yeah.
So he kills them.
That actually makes sense, but I've also read that Kirkman would roll dice. Like
That's probably true. He's probably done a little bit of everything.
He's used D&D aspects to help him
He's a
decide,
crazy man.
like, what should happen here. And he's rolled a die, like, to see what happened. As far as I know, like, when Glenn died in the comic, that was Kirkman rolling a dice because he couldn't decide who Negan should kill.
That would be hard to decide.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like,
Oh,
he
man.
rolled a dice to see who it should be.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm not entirely sure on this next one I'm about to state, but when Rick got his hand cut off, I think that was also a D&D roll. That was between Rick and Michonne.
Oh,
I remember you telling me that you said that he kind of regretted taking his hand.
He did because it limits the character, but like I said, I think he rolled on it.
Do you think Rick's safe in the comic books? Like completely safe?
I mean,
Comic
yeah.
book world. Really?
I mean, man, the only way Rick ain't going to be safe is once Carl becomes an adult and they can actually hand it off.
I'm kind of excited about that.
I mean, but at this point, he's already in the comic book. He's already beat Rick to death. I mean, Rick walks around with a cane.
He's limping.
I mean, the Rick you get in the TV show is not exactly the same Rick you get in the comic.
Rick's been beaten down.
Yeah, he got his hand cut off with the governor. I mean, that's how long
That's
this
how
dude's
bad,
been
yeah.
handless.
Yeah.
You think Governor was like in the comics was like what issue 27 his first appearance? So
Yeah, it didn't take long to get Rick's
you're not
hand.
talking very long here to get it taken off.
So I'm super excited about that. I can't wait to play some Dungeons and Dragons with you.
It's gonna be pretty
The
cool.
first night of introduction.
I can't wait to debate, man. I'm excited about debates because I love to debate.
Well, only thing I'm going to
Master
say
debater.
is you guys better have sources for me. You don't, which I will say is also for everybody listening. We're not exactly going to state the source continually because that's going to be boring for the listeners. But
You can
I
pop
do,
it up on the YouTube video.
I do want some type of source when you guys state something completely out there. If it's like, well, this person could lift Thor's hammer. I'm going to need like a comic issue number or something. You know, you're going to have to give me something.
Why'd you make it up?
Well, if you can, I mean, if
Are you gonna real time fact check this?
there will be penalties. If I catch somebody lying, you automatically lose 2 categories regardless.
Sounds like communism.
Oh, man.
Sounds like communism already.
There will be penalties for lying, so I will try to bring balance to it. But like I said, even if you win, it doesn't mean that your character actually would win. It just means that you proved that the other person didn't do hardly any research.
Yeah, that's gonna be me.
Can I give you a video game?
You want to give me a video game?
Yeah.
What kind of video game?
Get that Far Cry 4 right there. You can have that
Far
video
Cry
with you.
4?
Yeah, it's good, man. You'll like it. This one?
You're going to have to splice so much of this.
No, it's fine. You can keep it in there. Yeah,
Nobody
you
wants to hear about you giving Anthony video games.
Well,
I just got a limited edition copy of Far Cry 4.
Never been played.
Never been played.
Never been played.
There's no game in here.
That code's so good, too.
Is it? I want to read it off.
Get the right
What do you do? What do you do with this?
Unlock unlimited edition content now.
Oh.
Get that thing.
How old
Give me
is
that guy
Far
there.
Cry 4?
By the way,
Ooh, pretty old.
so anyways,
You like it, though. It's fun.
what kind of character are you guys thinking about playing?
What do you mean? Oh, in D&D?
Yeah,
Do you know
Paladin.
Hunter?
Road Ranger. You can be a ranger. Okay, the classes is like fighter, rogue, ranger, wizard, sorcerer, warlock.
Please don't be like
Paladin.
chaotic evil like you always are and make it real hard on me.
You can be whatever, you can be whatever you want to
It
be.
gets so hard, though, man.
Can I be a ranger?
You can be a ranger.
Can I have a bow? Shoot stuff?
You have to
you
look
can-
them up. See what's they got.
Dude, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to be able to do. Also, guns and stuff like that will exist in this world.
Oh, cool.
Like I said, it's going to be steampunkish. I do have a story I've been writing that will be played into this, but only if you guys manage to get to it.
We're going to do this. Let's just get to the next
It's
thing.
going to be very free roam.
That was a very long plug.
Low.
That's okay.
I mean, I understand, you got it's like a commercial, but you got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But
That's
this
coming.
Mini S, son.
Fine.
Yes, classic. I'm real excited. I love everybody.
You are I.
And I'll take a lot of pain medicine, so when I do, I'm like, boo, yeah.
Okay. Is it Friday the mini NES is coming out?
I
Yeah,
think so.
11-11. 11-11 or 11-12. Yeah, I think so, something like that.
I will say, now, I really like this coming out. Here's the problem.
It's awesome. Do you ever listen to the games?
Before this even got announced, like a month before this got announced, I managed to find an NES.
Yeah.
I managed to find my old NES. I started collecting old NES titles and whatnot, which is still fun to do. Just to find out they're making this, which would have saved me a whole lot of hassle.
Oh, they've got them all now, man. Like, we went to GameStop tonight. I don't know if you noticed, but up on top, they had like the old Sega Genesis. I mean, you got everything out now. You can buy a classic and just play it.
You know, I did
Sega,
notice
that's what you
this.
should have got.
I would-
I had all the Sonic games with it.
I would say there's something actually I did notice, and I thought was actually really funny about GameStop when we saw the retro stuff. They are not paying any attention. Like, I would not pay any of those prices for those games. They stuck the price tag labels right over the labels. And if you rip those labels, you just ruined that value of that that cartridge.
Yeah.
Like, that was the dumbest thing they could have done.
Well, here, let me read
Do you know the price point on it?
not right off the bat. I think it was like $60,
That's not
$70,
bad. Yeah, that's not
somewhere
bad.
around
You
there.
get
It's-
extra. I remember the only thing I remember is you get extra controller for like $10.
It's something like that, and it comes with like 30 plus games.
Yeah, it's
and
already
you're-
built in
yeah.
though. But I don't think you can't put the other ones in there.
No,
though.
you can't.
let me read the games off real quick before my phone dies.
I'm super excited.
It's very.
Let's do it.
It's down. Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania 2,
Oh, Castlevania.
Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, Dr. Mario, Excitebike, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghost and Goblins, Gradius,
Yeah.
Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure,
Awesome.
Mario Bros, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch Out featuring Mr.
Nice.
Green, not Mike Tyson, Star Tropics, Super C, Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3, Tecmo Bowl, The Legend of Zelda, and Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link.
Man, that's awesome.
It's a lot of games.
I would play all of them until I died.
I mean, there's more titles. The one title I didn't hear you say, it is a personal favorite of mine. And believe it or not, I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people hate on it because it's a really difficult game and it's not Contra. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1.
That's going to be on it?
No,
Is
he
it?
said I wish it was.
I wish it
Oh,
was.
okay.
Because
You can't tell me it's hard Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah,
Because
well,
Ninja Gaiden's ridiculous.
I beat Ninja Gaiden.
What?
Ninja Turtle. I beat Ninja Gaiden when I was a kid.
We're not worthy.
Here's the difference between Ninja Turtles and Ninja Gaiden. You have a finite amount of lives on Ninja Turtles. On Ninja Gaiden, they're like, here, keep going. Keep going, do it. Ninja Turtles, I've literally gotten all the way to the end, the final stage, got all the way to the hallway of death, and anybody that speed runs that game knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's a hallway at the end of the game on the final stage. You're running through it, and these little astronaut dudes with laser guns keep popping out and shooting you, and the hallway keeps getting narrower and narrower and narrower, and it gets beyond frustrating. But
You really like that game. It's fun.
like I said earlier, when I started,
it's like Grand Theft Auto in the woods.
when I managed to find my NES console and started collecting a lot of my NES retro titles, that was the first one I grabbed and beat because I had a vengeance for that game ever since I was a little kid. Like, learning how to jump on that game is a pain. Learning how to like actually combat, and you learn that Donatello is the best turtle ever.
Because that stick.
Best ever.
Well, in that game, he has the longest reach. He does the most damage, and you really need that. Raphael just does not cut it on that game.
Let's kind of rate this a little bit. I'm not gonna do a loot chest rating because I feel like we've all played
You
the
say buy?
majority.
Are you gonna say it's a buy?
Buy or pass? What do you say, Monty?
This is going to be a first for me. I give it a perfect score. I give it a 5 out
I don't
of
know if we're doing
5.
that. We're just saying if it's a buy or pass.
I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
That's a buy. That's a buy.
That's a buy.
I think it's a buy, man.
It's
It's
not
so
even
awesome.
came out yet, and he's giving it a 5 out of 5.
I think it's a buy.
Mostly because he already has all those
Yeah,
games.
I think it's a buy. It's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It's.
I grew up watching it. It's awesome, man.
Well,
I play Mario Brothers all day long.
But the thing for me is like most kids
We
and
gotta
stuff
play
people
into
today
it.
are not going to get to experience what it was for like us growing up. That was like my first system as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm sorry.
I came in kind of late on the NES, and it was like a little bit afterwards. I think I was more like a Super Nintendo kid,
Yeah.
but I still had the NES. I remember playing like the old. You remember the old Mario Brothers Duck Hunt? Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why was Duck Hunt in there? It made no sense. But I was like, I remember I had Duck Hunt. I remember one point in time I had Duck Hunt, but I didn't have the gun anymore. And I was like, yeah, Duck Hunt. I can't do nothing.
What I love, which I also have to say, my opinion may be a little biased because I am a retro gamer.
Do you
I
have the
love
gun?
retro games. Yeah, I have the light gun.
Oh my god!
I'll actually, it's somewhere buried. I have the power glove.
Oh,
Really?
No way.
Yeah, I have the
Oh,
power
that thing's so
glove.
bad.
It's so bad. It's so hard to play. It's
You
so
should
hard to
leave it
play.
buried.
Yeah. Like literally, you take the glove off and just start treating it like a controller, so you can use both hands. The only thing I didn't have Rob. Rob the Robot, which didn't work really.
It only worked with like 2 games then.
Yeah, it barely worked with those 2 games.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just nostalgic for me, and I will get on this too. I also hate when people hate on retro stuff. Yeah. I hate to tell you all this. If it wasn't for that stuff, you wouldn't have what we have now.
That's true, man.
Yeah,
And
that's
also, back then, a cheat code was learning a combination. And at 10-minute time, you got a computer in elementary school to hurry up and write it down so you
Hey,
go home
before
buying it.
Let me
with
ask
a
you
credit
something.
card.
I brought this up one podcast before you came back and joined us. I've been wanting to ask you this forever. Do you remember on Final Fantasy 7 when you're in the rocket?
Yeah,
Remember, and there's like a code you got to put in.
yeah.
Okay. To this day, I don't know how you ever find that code because I always just had to go online and find it. Do you remember? I mean, how do you find that in the game?
I had a magazine that had a Final Fantasy mini walkthrough that has every little shortcut that you could imagine. It has the safe combination number. It has the combination for the rocket ship, which I will say, my first time through that game, the only way I figured that out was through
Trial and error.
XXXX. Oh, that didn't work. XXX squared.
Yeah, I mean, was there any way to find it out without just trial and error or getting it from
There's
friends?
no way. It's
That's
trial
stupid.
and error.
See, games are different now, man.
Which
There's
I was.
always
Oh,
a way now.
I had a personal achievement last night.
Was that-
Final Fantasy VII. I got Aerith to limit break forward a great gospel.
Oh man,
And
was
I'm-
it worth it?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, if you know how to break the limit break system and get her to level 3 really fast, yes. And to be honest, this was what the trick was. Growing up, this is what we didn't know. When you have the buggy, what you do is you go back to the Costa del Sol, the beach town.
Yeah.
You drive the buggy into the town. And then you go and pay a sailor to get back on the ship, go back across, get off the ship, talk to a guy, take a helicopter ride, leave Junon, take the buggy, which will be there for you, and drive it all the way to the man in the cave. And then all you have to do is get a odd number of battles. Like if you fight 155 times, or 255, or 277, long as the last 2 numbers are odd, he will give you a piece of mithril. If they're even, he gives you a ring, like a water ring, a bolt ring, a fire ring. And what happens is you go and get the odd number. He gives you the mithril. You drive all the way back. Get to right where Golden Saucer is. You go down through there and go to the little dude in the house. Give him the mithril. Go up to the top of the stairs and grab the Great Gospel. The only thing is a lot of people never understood how the limit break system works. For any character besides Vincent and Kate Sith, when you have like limit break 1, your first limit break on any limit break 1, 2, 3, that very top one that you get, you have to use it anywhere between 6 to 8 times, and then you get your next one. After the next one, it don't matter if you use it. It matters how many enemies you kill. Like, I think for most characters, I think Ares has a low number because of spoilers.
Short lifespan.
Short lifespan. But for most characters, I think the number is anywhere from like 200 to 280 enemies you have to kill before you get your next level limit. And then like when it goes limit break level 2, you use that first one 6 to 8 times. Then you get the second one, and then you got to kill a finite amount of enemies. So my trick is give Ares the most mass kill ability in every battle. Just let her kill everything as fast as possible. When she runs out of MP, don't be afraid to use ethers. Also, don't be afraid to let the other characters do work too. I had Cloud and Tifa to their 4th limit break by the time I had Ares to her 3rd. It's very easy to do. You just got to understand what you're doing.
Seems like a pain in the butt.
My
Well,
brain hurts now.
it's really not that complicated.
My mess is wearing off.
Hey, you guys got me as a video game analyst. This is actually the first time it's actually been used. All I'm saying.
I'm not paying you.
But I mean,
Paying you peanuts.
like Matt's saying, kids today, a cheat code is a credit card number. Hey, Mom, Dad, can I buy this? That's a cheat code. That's not a cheat code.
Yeah, pay to play's taking over.
Yeah.
Yes. ABBA. Aladdin.
Ah.
For Sega Genesis. Still haven't memorized. Of course,
yeah?
that's the easiest thing to memorize.
Up, down, down, left, left, right, right. A, B, select start.
Okay. Gotcha.
First cheat code ever made, brother. Now, guys, I got a question. Since we're
I
talking
got
about cheat
codes around
codes,
a lot.
and I got cheat codes. Was the Mortal Kombat blood code really real on Super Nintendo? This is a myth. This is a myth.
I don't know.
This is a myth I've tried so many times to be like, is this real? That after so many times of attempting it and stuff like that, I have to break it down and say that's a complete myth. There is no blood code for Super Nintendo. And I remember as a kid, I sat around coming in from school when I didn't have homework and stuff and just put that game in. It was like, here we go. I didn't even play the game. I just tried to get the blood code to work until I went to bed. And it just never worked. Because the coding thing is you're supposed to punch in a certain combination before Goro walks out. And if you get it right, by the time he walks out, blood drips off his arms.
Huh.
That was supposed to be the identity that you got it. And then if you was unsure if that actually happened, you're supposed to use Kano. And if he throws this little power ball and it's red, you got it. But that was the myth and stuff like that. And it's changed a little bit over time, but it's just a myth. That is not real.
I never actually got to. I had to play it on Sega. Sega
I just remember the coolest thing about was Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on Super Nintendo. And I think there was a code you could do like 1-button fatalities. And then just sitting there just doing everybody's like fatality. Just like, let's watch their fatality. Just putting all their 1-button fatalities in.
Was that a real thing?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
fun,
that
man.
with a Game Genie.
Yeah, you can get their 1-button fatalities and you just go in there and like say like box. Well, no, it's not boxing there, but it's like A will do like their normal fatality one, then like B might do like an animality, and then like one of the triggers might do like a brutality, and you just kept figuring them out. You can just see them all.
But you guys, let me tell you something that will make you mad about that NES they're putting out. It has the 30 games on it. Given today's technology, they could put every NES game on that whole thing.
Those jerks.
Yeah. I mean, do you
I think
guys-
it does hook up to new TVs. So
Yeah, it does. It has HDMI. It has HDMI. It does have an HDMI.
I think it's only like 4.3 ratio, which isn't like the coolest, but that's better than others.
By the way, guys, in response, Sega is remaking Sega Genesis.
They had the Sega Genesis in there.
No, but they're reproducing them.
Oh,
Neat.
They're going to be. They've also trying to compete with the new NES thing that Nintendo's putting out. So the Sega fans will also get theirs as well. Which
cool.
you're looking. That thing's going to be loaded down with Sonic games.
Oh, yeah,
you know
Sonic.
it is.
it's all Sonic and maybe some Virtual Fighter. Virtual Fighter on Sega Genesis?
See, Splatterhouse will be.
Ooh, Splatterhouse. Good
Splatterhouse.
Ah, cool.
Good call. Didn't they make like a newer version of Splatterhouse a couple
Yeah,
years
it
ago?
sucked.
It was real crappy.
It was horrible.
What are you laughing at?
I don't know. I just laughed to be involved.
But I will say this though. When I read this, I was actually trying to think of like Sega Genesis hits, which I wasn't a big Sega Genesis person. I mean, I did have one over at my mom's house, Had Super Nintendo at my dad's, Sega Genesis at my mom's. Had the privilege of being from broken home. Anyway.
Rich kids.
Yeah, rich,
White
right?
America right there.
Oh no, not a lot of
Right privilege right there.
I mean, when you start thinking, oh my god, I will punch you. When you start thinking about Sega Genesis, man, Sonic is the only hit that I really ever get. I mean, Matt just said Virtual Fighter, but
Virtual Fighter was on. I know it was on Dreamcast.
I think it came out on Saturn is when it got big, the Sega Saturn, because that's when 3D and stuff was getting big.
Can they see me?
You know?
I had Sega Genesis. Honestly, the only thing that I know was Sonic. Like that was
Sonic?
the big thing.
Did anybody have
Sonic.
Dreamcast?
No.
No,
I wanted.
Was Roop like the only one?
Roop's the only one. But dude, the Dreamcast was ahead of its time. That's why the system failed.
Didn't it have a screen on the controller?
It did, dude. Dreamcast was an underrated system. That system was beyond good and ahead of its time. People just weren't ready for it, man. The Dreamcast was an amazing system.
My favorite system, man, and that time of era was just PlayStation 1, man. I can remember this day. I still remember it clear as day. I remember the day that I really wanted a PlayStation 1. And it was at your birthday party. And I don't know if you remember this. It was me, you, and Keith. And you were like, let's go down here and play this new game I got. We went down there and it was Final Fantasy 7. And remember you guys were fighting Ruby Weapon.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember. I remember this clear as day in my head because I was just like, this is a really cool game. Because I'd never seen games like that before, you know?
Yeah.
I remember you fighting Ruby Weapon. I remember you guys were like, we were all brainstorming. I remember somebody, I think it might have been Keith, was like, well, it's a robot, so let's just use lightning spells on it. So here we are, just like using like Bolt 3 on like Ruby Weapon. It's just murdering us every time. And we were like, this is stupid. How do you beat this thing? Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember it.
And I remember after that, I was just like, that game was awesome. I got to get that game. And that's how I started playing PlayStation. And then we got real heavy into RPGs.
I remember
we used to talk about RPGs all the time.
The first game I ever got for PlayStation, and I remember I think I got it for my birthday or Christmas. I can't remember. Was Resident Evil 2 because my uncle had it at the time, and I remember just going over to his house and we sat there, and I was just gone.
Yeah. How did I don't even remember how we came across all these other like I don't even remember how we found Star Ocean or how we found like
Star Ocean was found through Roop. Roop had it, and then
he had some crazy. You know, Roop was the man back then. He had all kinds of stuff. Vagrant Story. You remember Vagrant Story? We were real big into it.
I found that one.
Vagrant Story was awesome, man.
I will say the
Chrono Trigger.
They're the one find I ever had where I disappeared on everybody for the longest time, and I just didn't talk to nobody, and nobody knew what I was doing. Nobody even knew about the game until I came back. It was like I was Moses coming back with like the commandment, the commandments, and it was just me holding Legend of Dragoon.
Oh, that was just the greatest game. I've still got that game right there.
Yeah.
I'll never get rid of that game.
That game's underrated.
Legend Goons is the greatest game ever.
If there's a game that deserves a true remake, it is Legend of
Oh
Dragoon.
god, yeah.
And when I say remake, I'm not talking about that epilogue bullshit that they're pumping out.
Yeah.
But I just remember, okay, this is how it happened. I was talking to Keith. I'd just beaten Final Fantasy VIII, and I was like, man, I've been saving up my money. I want to get a new game, and the next game I get is going to be the last game I can get for a very long time.
You know, back in that day, man, when you bought a game,
you didn't get one for a long time.
But you got a game. I mean, you know what I mean? You can play a sucker for like a month or two.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I can buy a game and beat it in 2 days and be like, well, that was a waste of money.
Yeah, but I mean, we also... I'm not even getting that right now.
I miss those days. I miss those days, man.
Yeah.
40, 60-hour games.
I mean, anyways, I'm not getting into that right now. Man, Legend of Dragoon, I just remembered, I was like talking to Keith. Keith was reading through a PlayStation magazine, and he was like, hey man, there's this game called Legend of Dragoon. They're giving it a pretty high score. Check it out. I was like, all right, I'll go look for it. And that's when we still had KB Toys.
Yeah, KB Toys. Remember that?
I remember KB Toys.
I remember I walked in there and I saw it, and I'm like, hey, let me look at that. I looked at the case, and then you have like, it will always, the first impression I ever got of this game, it was as a mythological, mature Power Rangers.
That's back when they had like the little sticky hangers on the back of them, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Peel them off first.
Yeah. And I just remember I picked this game up, looked at the back of it, and I was like, this seems really cool. Came home, was like, hey man, talked to Keith. I was like, hey man, I'm going to try out this game. I'll talk to you later. Click. Put the game in, power on. My life was a blur of nothing but Legend of Dragoon for the whole weekend. Yeah. I came back to school, and everyone's like, dude, where are you? I tried calling you. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, back in talk to each other on the phone.
I've been playing Legend of Dragoon. What's Legend of Dragoon? It is amazing.
It is, man. I remember playing it the first time. I was just like, this game is just freaking sweet.
It is.
Oh man. But I'm gonna tell you a story. I'll tell you a really stupid story. Final Fantasy IX when it came out. Yeah. Okay. Wasn't the best game ever, but I remember at the time Final Fantasy 9 came out, 9 Days was real big. You remember 9 Days? Story of a Girl. Remember that song?
No.
You remember that song, don't you? This is the story of a girl. Okay, so it was real big. So I got Final Fantasy 9. I got that CD.
Yeah.
9 Days. Back when you bought CDs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I remember just putting that CD in and just pushing play and like playing Final Fantasy 9. And to this day, when I think about Final Fantasy 9, I think about 9 Days Story of a Girl because it was like the soundtrack. I was like, this is Story of a Girl.
Well, she sold
Take
the whole
that
world.
mage. I was like, take that mages. Get them, Vivi. I was just singing Story of a Girl.
Vivi was my only favorite thing about
I
Final
hated
Fantasy
it. Yeah,
9.
everything about Final Fantasy 9. I hated the card game. Hated everything.
The card game was so
hated all of it, man.
horrible. Like
It's
there was
just
there was no like
such
skill.
You give me Final Fantasy 7 and 8, and then this is what you give me?
Yeah.
Come on now, man.
No, I would say this 9 beats the hell out of anything after Final Fantasy 10.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, you can disagree with all you want, but it don't make it true.
All right. With that being said, I think we should go ahead and call
Oh,
the podcast.
man.
We're way off topic now.
Man.
I'm sorry. That's bonus loop material. That's not weekly
Alright.
loop material.
No, I went right into it. I went into the retro
Yeah,
gaming. I
retro
was
gaming, yeah.
talking about like the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Going off about retro gaming.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it tonight. Mostly because Matt's got me high as hell. I'm just kidding. That was ibuprofen.
I was going to say, what did I give you?
You can catch us on
Oh, man.
Pornhub.
This is PCP.
what? You're not on Pornhub.
Well, man,
Oh,
you know,
I'm sorry. That's what I was.
Are
on.
you
Oh,
sure
wait,
you're
wait,
not?
wait.
Are you sure you don't have them videotapes?
Oh crap! Knew I shouldn't let you borrow those.
Well, I mean, there is that one girl that claims to have your kid.
Nah, that was a lie. She's lying. That never happened. Oh man.
Anyways,
We're on YouTube. We're on iTunes. We're on TuneIn. We're on Stitcher. We
Stitcher.
are on
SoundCloud, definitely.
man,
We
Matt
like
just loves
SoundCloud.
cutting in.
SoundCloud. I was trying to help him out. That's an assist.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's got his rattle.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody that can hear it on
I
the-
forgot that
on the-
man's. Whoop-dee.
We're on Twitter
Slicks. Damn it, I was slow.
at the Weekly Loot, Facebook, Twitter. You'll figure it out. As always, guys, happy
No
looting.
smoke for you.